Yes, so hello. We are back again here as a part of Social Enterprise Day 2017. We are live streaming from different social enterprises in Denmark. And now we are visiting a social enterprise in Aarhus called Special Minds. And with me here I have Allan Petersen, who is the managing director of Special Minds. And Allan, could you give us a short introduction to Special Minds? What is Special Minds and what are you doing?
I can try, Per.
Yes.
Special Minds, we basically do two things. We employ special consultants with IT skills and working with the business market in Denmark as IT consultants. And we do services for the government of Denmark. But today we've chosen to focus on the IT consultants because they are basically everything this is about. We employ them basically in the same way as I'm employed, and the same way as Joan, the project manager, who we'll get on to right next, is employed. And we're working for great big customers in Denmark and abroad. Mention one, Google. So we do a lot of different kind of things, programming, testing, digitalizing, and migrating data, converting data, a lot of data which requires specialized IT skills.
So the people you have employed are basically people with autism?
Yeah, and people with an autism profile. We don't define our consultants as autism people. They're basically people with a profile like an autism people. Some of them also have the diagnosis as an autism, but we don't see that as a requirement. We see that as a strength, because they have some abilities that we others don't. And they are basically very good at focusing and seeing details that us, as some of us like to call us, normal people, don't see. And we try to establish the right frames around that to implement that as a strength in IT services.
So that is a huge advantage. For example, if you want to software or test software to be able to focus on details.
For sure. Actually, when we employ people, we actually see it as a requirement that you have these advantages, and actually to be able to do the services in the high quality as we would like to give to our customers.
Okay. Can you say how many people are employed in Special Minds?
In Special Minds, we are 65 employed, and 32% of them are people with different kind of disabilities and special skills, and employed in other ways than the normal teacher or
yes,
economic.
So actually, some people might be acquainted with the specialist people who also employ people with autism and do IT testing and working with IT, different sorts of IT tasks. And how is your connection to specialist people? There's a story there that you might...
Oh yeah, the story is we're actually the first specialists department in Denmark that was based in Denmark in 2005 by a guy, Torkild Sonne, the autism guru. And in 2009, Aarhus department of the specialists became a part of Sociale SUF in Denmark. And since 2009 we have been a part of the Social Development Fund.
It's a large foundation that runs...
a very large foundation that runs several social tasks, and Special Minds is one of them. Okay. We have 25 departments in that fund, and we are just one of them.
Okay.
So we are basically a part of. But basically, we do sort of stuff that looks like the specialists around the world does. We different a bit than the most of our consultants is in-house with us, instead of being at the customer's side, so that we could deliver price and deliverance guarantee to our customers. We like that part of it.
Great.
And I'm just passing the service on to Joan Madsen.
Yeah. So we can go on to you, Joan. You're a project manager.
Yes.
In Special Minds, and maybe you could guide us a little bit through what it is precisely that the consultants here at Special Minds do.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, and we can maybe have a walk around and look at your gigantic headquarter here. How many square meters do you have actually here? 4,500. So it's really a big social enterprise place.
And we are placed in this hall with the consultants out here with different office. Some of them would like to sit by themselves, have all the time to look into their job just by themselves, and others are sitting 3 or 4 in the office and help each other with some task and in the same customer perhaps. That is very different, and that's what we actually have the possibility in this office with that much place here. So I think that we should go now and talk with some of the consultants. They can talk about what they are actually doing right now, what kind of skills do they have, and what also they think they do a difference for the specific customer.
Great.
Okay.
We will go and have a look.
For just today, we have here a post.
Great.
We would like to show.
In a nice frame.
Yes.
Very good.
And Malte here. He has, Malte, how?
Consultant, almost a year. I've been here for 1.5 years in total.
1.5 years? And maybe we can ask you what it is you do in more practically, which kind of task are you, what are you doing, and which kind of services do you sell to customers? How do you help customers?
Well, I work primarily with software testing and more the development of test cases and the design of the test
So if you are not so good at IT and computers, could you give a small description of what is an IT? What does it mean to test software? What is implied?
Well, testing is used in all product developments, like a phone or anything, or a pen.
Yeah.
It needs to be tested to make sure the quality is okay. The same goes for software development. A lot of people use software products and have to make sure that they work as intended. That don't suddenly, like a certain keystroke breaks the whole server or crashes it. So we help ensure the quality of the product by testing different areas.
So what is it that is the difference between making a computer test a piece of software or make you test a piece of software?
We discovered different things, like we can automate a computer to look in certain areas if it's the same action that's supposed to be done like 100 times in a row. It's easier to make a computer do it, and it will find the errors for this exact action. But when I test, I may have a certain focus or something. I'm testing for this, but as I'm testing, I'll discover or see, oh, how about this, or this goes wrong, which a computer might not discover because it only has a locked focus on a specific task or action.
So you are actually better than a computer, you could say, or
not necessarily. Like, find different errors. Yeah.
So computers can be used to test software on certain areas, and you have skills that is good to discover things in other areas.
Yes.
Are you able to tell us what you're working on now, or is that a financial secret, or
that might be my boss's say in that.
It's okay. We test. Malte is not now testing for a specific customer. Actually, just finished for a test for a specific customer. I won't tell names because we don't have that agreement. But he has done a great job and giving actually the customer the status of the test. And now he is just about to start up on another test that some other people also is doing. So he's now ready for helping other consultants in their job now.
Okay. Do you test software? Is there other kinds of tasks that you make? Or do you have other tasks than testing software?
I don't know how to describe it.
Translator?
I've done some translations, some Danish texts that need to be translated to English, but.
And when you deliver, like when you test software, do you deliver sort of a report to the customer? Do you make a nice report and list the mistakes, and or how do you do it?
For the mentioned customer now, I just did, but and I'm supposed to do that more in the future, but I haven't done that for every task that I've done, but. I'm supposed to be more part of that in the reporting.
So you locate, by testing the software, you locate the errors, but you don't fix them. You have it, or you have it delivered back, and the company or the customer themselves have to make the corrections.
Yes.
Great.
So we describe everything that, if it goes wrong, describes it, so the developers know what they're supposed to fix.
Can you tell a little bit about yourself? That was what you do here, but can you tell a little bit about your experience of being employed here? What does it mean for you to be employed here?
It's fantastic to have something to get up to in the morning, and to try new things. Like when I started here, I've never done software testing before. It was a totally new experience, but I tried it and it worked out great. And I'm getting better and better at learning new things.
So great to be here.
It's great to be here. Really great, and great colleagues, and
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Yeah. And you had been here for 1.5 years?
Yeah, I've been in the. I've been hired here for almost a year, and then
some plan for actually finding out what is Malte capable of doing. How ready is he for actually having a real job hired by the special minds? So that is something that Special Minds also do. They also do a lot of looking into young people and helping them finding a way in finding jobs out in the real world.
So it's sort of a job that you do for the municipalities or the public authorities, that you help sort of identify which kind of capabilities a person would have, and how many hours they can work, and
that
so
is other departments here in Special Minds that's doing that. But the people we are talking with right now is then, yes, they are definitely capable of having a job, and also capable of doing great jobs for customers that we have.
How many hours do you work a week?
Right now, 25 hours a week.
25 hours a week, so close to full time, but not quite. But
and I'm working on getting up to 30 hours. So
great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to.
Yes. Perhaps we could talk to Jakob if you have time, Jakob.
Of course.
Yes. Jakob is also the tester.
I'm just going to put this down because it's
there's
private
something private
information.
We won't film.
Cool.
Yeah. So
data transferring from. It's a lot of work. It usually spans over like 6 months. We have to transfer a lot of data, and some of it can't be done through a computer, so we have to do a lot of it manually. And we're going to test for a bank in a few weeks, so we help there. So that's mainly my work areas. Yes.
How many hours are you employed?
37.
37. So you're full time actually.
Yeah.
And how do you? What does it mean for you to be employed in Special Minds?
It means that I have a great job. I meet a lot of people, and I do things I'm supposed to. So when I get home, I can relax and just think I've done enough for today. Instead of just sitting home all the time, for example. Yeah. That wouldn't be very nice.
Great.
And also, I like working. Do that every day. That's good. Yeah.
Great. Do you feel that you sort of develop new skills here, or?
I didn't know how to test, for example, and that I did learn the correct ways to do it, and that you actually have to make a big report and not just say, "Oh, this is tested now, done."
Great.
Yeah, that's all sort of stuff. I did know a lot, but I'm learning more by being here. Yeah, for sure.
And how long have you been employed? How many years?
3 years, I think.
3 years.
Yeah, around 3 years. After I stopped at the university, I started here.
Great.
Yeah.
Super. Yeah, but thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day. We will walk a little bit further.
Yes, because I would like to find perhaps one of our consultants that also have been here for quite some years, and he is one of the persons that we use very much for our customer, and perhaps he's sitting in the dark. I don't know if we should
we can see.
turn on some light, but this is Anders.
Det går fint med lyset.
Super. Anders. Hi, Anders.
Hi, Anders.
We are filming a little bit as part of Social Enterprise Day.
Yes, I saw it. I was actually looking at it. Turned down the sound, so we didn't.
It's quite a machinery you have here. Maybe we can have a look over the machinery.
Many screens you're working on.
Can you explain what it is you're doing? For me, it looks very complicated.
Yeah, right now it's actually only music over there, but right now we have had a lot of test cases run, and all the runs have had some defects, and I'm trying to get an overview of how many defects and how many test cases the defects have been seen on.
Yeah, so software with mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. So right now I'm just looking at here I have all the numbers for the defects, and I'm trying to get them here and put in the amount, how many we have seen of each, because we have to. I have to send a report soon to the customer behind this project.
Yes, so it's to give the customer an overview of mistakes
Yeah.
in the...
Normally we would have had software to be able to do this, but the software does not have the possibility to take this out. So I have to do it in hand.
So a lot of things happen manually.
Yeah, sometimes,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
but sometimes we have to do it by hand.
Yeah. So how long have you been here, Jan?
I've been here since 2011, so 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Did you have computer skills before you came here?
Yes. I've been studying at the university at mathematics, physics, and computer science.
Yeah. How many hours do you work in? week?
32 hours.
32 hours.
Yeah.
So you're close to full time also.
Yeah. That's as close as it can be.
What is it like for you to be here? Can you say something about being employed in Special Minds? What does it mean for you?
Yeah, it's a hard question. I think it's nice to just be employed. To have a job is kind of it's a very large part of oneself to have a job. So that is very important for me. To be here, it's a bit more. How would I say? We are a bit more relaxed here. It's better to. Plus, there are more here who has autism. So it's I can reflect myself and the others, and so yeah.
It's a more relaxed environment.
Yeah, people understand if I have to leave early because I'm stressed out or something. Things that is not that easy on a normal work. At a normal place.
There's not focus on productivity and hardcore business thinking.
We still have that, but I think a bit more with respect to the person, and also we know that if we stress people, they'll just become sick, come ill, and we have to pick them up later, and so it's best for everybody.
They will actually perform better if
Yeah.
you are nice to them.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, thank you very much. It was nice seeing. That's the most computer screens I have seen in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do with just one screen. So yeah, I envy you a little bit, but
It's nice. It makes it a bit easier to. In fact, actually, a lot easier because you can see stuff and read stuff along with doing things, and you can have the software running, and you can have the test cases, and you can perhaps you have some documentation about the software. You can have that up also, and then you can have music, of course.
yeah, so you can have entertainment and work and
Yeah.
actually do many things at one time.
And if some people are running around and having live, you can watch that along with it also.
So if a funny organization made live streamings
Yeah.
on Social Enterprise Day, you could
Yeah,
follow it all.
you could watch it on this screen up here and have the sound running if it wasn't going to interfere.
That's great. Thank you.
No problem.
Have a nice day.
Yes, you too.
Yes.
Now we are entering an office here, sitting more people, and actually they are all working mostly for the same customer at the same time, and they have also been at this company for many, many years. Perhaps we should talk to Mikael. I think he is one of the people that have been here for the most years, and a great worker here with many kind of skills.
So, Michael, what are you doing right now?
I am currently working on
defects, bug reports for whenever defects. They create a bug report and or defect report, and I review it, make sure it contains all the correct information, and then I retest it just to make sure that we can read on a different computer.
So you're sort of the safeguard what goes through you before being sent back to the customer.
Exactly, yeah. It's sort of a quality assurance thing. So just to make sure that what we deliver is of the highest quality possible.
And how many years have you been here?
I've been here for a little over 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
So you have been following from almost the start?
Almost the start, yeah. Came in, so yeah, I've
followed the development closely.
Exactly.
Yeah. How many hours?
20 hours a week.
Hours, yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday.
And can you say a little bit about what does it mean for you to be employed in Special Minds?
It means a great deal to me. Before I started working here, I was just at home for 3 years, doing nothing, didn't have any future prospects. So nothing to wake up to in the morning. It was just awful. Getting a job meant my quality of life just increased exponentially. So it was amazing to wake up every morning, go to work, know you make a difference. You actually earn the money you make. You produce something that helps other people. You produce quality products. So it's amazing. It's a great feeling.
Using your skills.
Using my skills, yeah, exactly. And learning also that I'm actually really good at doing this. So I actually make a difference. Whereas before it just felt like I didn't have a future. So
can you feel it also like emotionally? Like could you feel a difference before?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Health-wise?
Oh yes, very much so. I was diagnosed with depression, and had actually given up. Was applying for early retirement, but then I found out about this, and yeah, my life just improved almost instantly, and has just gotten better. I've become more stable. Not as many sick days, and yeah, my mood, and my spirit is absolutely so much better now that I have my work.
You look good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there more that you sort of wanted to share, or?
Well, working with these guys and these people, I've increased my social circle as well. We have a lot of very, very, very fun stuff we do together, like go to the movies and have our company parties, and we have a lot of fun.
So it's not just a working place; it's also a social network that you get through with colleagues and
with people that understand you. Both the quirky humor we have and our quirky interests, hobbies, and also the off days when we're not, one of us isn't feeling at the top. Then there's understanding for that, and so
gives a nice environment.
Absolutely,
to be in.
Absolutely.
That's great. Thank you very much, and have a very nice day.
Thanks. You too.
It was nice to meet you.
Yes, and we are moving forward to some other guys here. Hello.
Hi.
You're on your way out now? Okay, I will find... hope he's in, yes.
Hi. So you started early Christmas?
Yeah.
It looks a bit behind though.
Yeah, slightly. Coming in now. Yeah. Hello, I'm
Hello.
Kasper.
Yeah, you're Kasper. And could you tell a little bit about what is you are doing here? What are your tasks?
Yeah. Well, my main task is for a telephone company where I provide daily support for what's called the number porting system, when they port a number from one company to another.
Yeah.
And a lot of errors occur there, and every time that happens, I have to fix it.
So are you doing this live or?
Yeah, I'm. Whenever I see the error come up, I usually try to fix it as fast as possible, because if it's not done, the phone doesn't work. So it has to be done pretty quickly.
It's mobile.
Yeah, both mobile and fixed landlines. Yeah, that's most of what I do. It takes up a lot of time usually, but I also do some testing. Usually for Google, they have their own programming language called Dart, and whenever they come with a new build from that, I have to test that everything works for code completions and stuff like that. So I just do a quick test for what they can't automate of tests when they need a pair of human eyes on it.
You're the manual sort of
Exactly, yeah.
Tester.
Yeah, and then I help out on other projects every once in a while. I have a colleague next door who does a lot of programming, developing, and every once in a while he has a small project that I'm qualified enough to help out with. So,
how many years have you been?
Almost 1.5 years now.
Almost one. Yeah. And did you have computer skills before you started here?
Yeah, I used to study computer science. I never finished it, so I learned some basic stuff, but never got so very far.
Do you feel you're developing your competences here? Or?
Oh, a lot, yeah. Before I mostly knew how to do write a small Hello World program, but now I got the chance to try something more exciting.
Great. And how many hours do you work here?
37 a week.
30, so you're
full time. Yeah. I started out at 30, and it was slightly overwhelming at the beginning, but once I got more comfortable with these tasks, I felt comfortable enough going up to 37.
Great. And can you tell what does it mean for you?
A lot. Before that, after I dropped out of my studies, I worked at supermarkets and stuff like that. It was fun enough, but not something I cared about really. For what I do here, it's
meaningful.
Yeah, it's meaningful to me, and it's interesting. So it sounds cliche, but it gives me a reason to get up in the morning, and it's quite exciting to be here.
That's great. So thank you very much.
No problem.
It's very nice to meet you.
You too.
Have a nice day, and you can keep on watching.
I will.
To Allan again, and finish up by having sort of a few informations on maybe the background for special minds. Like, could you tell a little bit more about the organization? You said you were part of the Social Development Foundation, a large Danish foundation that runs some sort of or a lot of different social efforts, and have many other departments around Denmark. But you are also a registered social enterprise.
Yes.
Can you give a little bit of the background? Why did you choose to become a registered social enterprise?
Basically, it was the reason why we registered as a social to be on some of the list within the public area in Denmark, where they actually when they go shop
public procurement
for vendors for different kind of services. Some of the services were assigned to registered social
enterprises.
Yeah, and that was basically the main reason why we did it. But we have yet, but we still hope.
So you didn't experience immediate.
No. But hopefully it will come in the future.
Yes. Yeah. Great. So we talked a little bit with all the consultants about nice stories, and it sort of seems that it means a lot to many of them to be here, and it looks like it changed many lives to the better. So I think we've covered sort of the successes of Special Minds, but could you maybe say a little bit about the challenges of running a company like this?
Luckily, the successes are the most a little bit higher leadership or management on running this kind of enterprise.
It requires more of a leader.
Yeah, I think so. Because that's our way of doing things now. Companies in Denmark not working with social enterprises. I think you would see that as Joan, as a project manager, if she is a project manager at, for instance, Hewlett-Packard, she would probably be assigned to the double amount of consultancies and the double amount of projects that she will be here. But that's not possible for us because Joan needs to dedicate time to actually be there for the consultancies whenever it's needed. Luckily, some like Casper are running all by themselves, and most of them are all the time. But basically, when there is something that's a little bit off in what we have expected, some of them track. And that's why Joan cannot have the same amount of projects and the same amount of consultants as she would have any other way.
So one of the basic sort of characteristics, you could say, by running a social enterprise is that we need to give more time to employees, and maybe normal companies could learn a bit from that.
No, they could learn a lot.
Yeah,
they could learn a lot from that. Because I wouldn't say it is, but I have an imagination that we have more happy employees, and we see the entire people, entire human being behind the employees. It's also important for us that Casper is well working at home. In normal businesses, you don't see you actually see the employees when they go in from their
9 to 5.
9 to 5 or 9 to 4. But it's basically very driving outside work because it have a direct impact on the hours that we could actually sell in the workplace.
Yeah.
So that's where I actually think we do the most difference.
Would you say something about the business? How now we talked about successes and challenges, and but how is it to run it?
Actually focused on both the economic and the social bottom line in this, and whenever you're focusing too much on one of each of them, it have a direct impact on the other. Yeah. So if we only focus on the economic bottom line of the company, we could immediately see some differences in the social part of the company, and the other way around. It's more fun than running a normal business when you do it, and it's more challenging and it's more fun.
So you have both an economic account and a social account that you need to take care of.
You need to balance those.
Is there anything you would like to add before we finish off? We can Special Minds.
Go to www.specialminds.dk and send us a mail, especially our business customers. If you want to buy something, please send us a mail and we'll for sure get back to you and deliver top quality services.
Great to hear. So we'll say thank you.
Thank
it
you.
was nice being here, and we'll finish off now, and we'll be back around 3 o'clock this afternoon with a report from an event in Copenhagen called Spotlight on Social Entrepreneurship. Thank you.